First topic of discussion. Monday evening, Russell Westbrook ended up posting up another triple-double, ended up making a franchise record of being the first player of all time to score 30 points and have 20 assists. Now, the question that I'm posing for y'all is Russell Westbrook overrated?
Can I go first on this one?
Sure, man, absolutely.
Okay, so this is kind of a tough topic for me because I love Westbrook. I love him. Like, he plays hard every game. It doesn't matter if he's on a sorry team or if he's on a championship team. He gives you maximum effort every time, every night. But it's like what Stephen A. Smith said today and the other day, I think it was yesterday. It's true. It's like, we don't care about your numbers. When are you going to win a chip? When are you going to contribute to a team and win a championship? You cannot shoot. That is your issue. Why can't shoot? You've been in the league 12, 13 years now. What is going on with you? That is the only thing. And his decision making is kind of questionable. But other than that, he could be one of the best players ever. We're tired of the triple doubles. Okay, great. You got a triple double. Fine, great. That's great. Win a championship. Contribute to a team and win a title. That's all. That's the only thing is left in his career. He won the MVP. He's been one of the best players ever. I don't care anybody say he's going down as one of the best players ever. There was nobody that averaged a triple-double. That first time he did it was amazing. Okay, now you've done it now. Now let's go get a chip. That's it. That's all he has to do. And it's like, it doesn't bother him. These dudes today is like, they don't care about if they win a championship or not. It is crazy.
Banks, I know you got a counter argument for that.
Yeah, I definitely got a big counter argument for that. It's just a question for everybody. What's worse, 0-0 or 4-6? That's my first question.
0-0, because you didn't make it there.
Oh, okay. So we can go to the finals 10 times and lose 6 of them, but we can't go to the finals no time and it's just whatever.
Yeah, I think you got to at least get there. Like, at least. Why is 4-6 worse than 0-0? That makes no sense. What do you mean?
But why does it matter if a person wins a championship or not? The championship is not going to define Russell Westbrook's legacy. If that's the case, a lot of players won't even be in the Hall of Fame, including Allen Iverson. Some people, it's just not meant. It's just not meant. It's just not meant for him. Now, that's not to say Russell Westbrook still has enough time to close in. He could just do what everybody else does and just join, superstar athletes, which, to be honest with you, quite frank, he's also had the opportunity of doing that, and it just hasn't worked for whatever reason.
Why hasn't it worked?
But that's not the question. The question is
I know it's a two-part question. I just added it as the second part.
The question is Russell Westbrook overrated? That's the question.
He is overrated.
Russell Westbrook is not anywhere near overrated. Anywhere near it. Anywhere that has him not ever making the finals has nothing to do with his game. Like, he still even with him being limited in his capacity in terms of him not being able to shoot the ball, he still averages over 20-something points a game. His assists are through the roof. His rebounds are through the roof. If LeBron James had his stat line, that's all I'm gonna say.
I don't think I answered the question. So the answer to the direct question, no, he's not overrated. I just think that he's too great.
That's what that's what I was saying.
He's too great not to win a championship, or not to at least, it's just it'll be a shame if he never wins. Now, if he never wins, that doesn't mean that he sucks as a player. He needs a championship. Like, the world desperately wants him to win.
Right, but it doesn't make him overrated because he never won a championship. That is the silliest argument ever. He's not overrated if he never wins a championship, but championship is not going to define him as a person. He's already solidified future Hall of Famer. He can retire today. He'll be in the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. That's just how good he is. That's how good he's been in the league. Even with his limited, like I say, even with his limited skill set in terms of his shooting, and that's really the only issue that he really has, because he does everything else perfectly fine. He plays great defense. He rebounds. He passes the ball. All the things that we knock all these other great players about, like Michael Jordan, his big is not when he doesn't pass the ball. Well, Russell Westbrook passes the ball. Well, this person doesn't score. Well, Russell Westbrook scores. He just doesn't score efficiently. He's not a great shooter, but that doesn't take away. Like, DeVore actually brought up a good point when we were backstage earlier, that this is actually Russell Westbrook's career high in terms of field goal percentage. And he's like 40-something percent, 47% from the field, which I feel like is very strange. But when you think about it, it shouldn't be strange because he takes all he has terrible shot selection. That's his issue. He's like J.R. Smith times 80. Like he just takes some terrible shots, and it doesn't make sense. But when he gets to the basket and he can get to the paint, like how LeBron used to be, when they get to the paint, you're not stopping him. He's going to finish. He's one of the best finishers in the league in history. Actually, he's one of the best finishers ever. Like, so you got to give him. Come on, man. That man is nowhere near overrated, bro. Like this argument is crazy. I don't get it.
I don't.
It's crazy.
It's like we agree, but kind of in different ways.
We agreed. No, I don't think he's overrated. Like as far as his talent is concerned, to be honest, the players that he's played with, you got to really think about it, though.
Okay.
Come on now. One finals appearance. That was what, 2012?
Yeah, when they ran into the loaded Miami Heat.
I think that his worst playoff loss was against the Warriors when they were up 3-1. I think that's like you were up 3-1 as Kevin Durant, so Westbrook, as far as mentally, he was the alpha. But Kevin Durant was the best player on the team. So I thought Kevin should have carried them to a win. Like you were up 3-1. Come on, man, close the deal. I think that's the worst in his career. Because I
remember watching that playoff series very closely. But how you would have carried them to the team when Russell Westbrook go ball hog the ball the whole time?
Right, and that's why I don't blame. That's why I don't blame Kevin Durant for making his decision on, which we're going to get on that topic in a little bit too. But that's why I don't blame him for making his decision to leave and go play wherever he wanted to go play at, because you could clearly see during that series when Westbrook they won because Westbrook was being a point guard and giving the ball to the best player. When they start putting the ball into his hand, he started jacking up shots after shot after shot. It's like Durant just can't do it all the time. And Kevin Durant probably got to a point who was just like, you know, I'm just tired of this, bro. It's just too much. Like it's the ego, the attitude, it probably overwhelmed him. And we all know Kevin Durant to be we know now he's a very sensitive player, probably one of the most sensitive players in the league, probably even more sensitive than LeBron. He is super sensitive. I'm pretty sure, especially when you can think about the Draymond Green situation with Draymond Green calling him you know what, and he left Golden State because of that. Think about it, bro. Ain't no telling what all was said that Durant ain't dealing with that. I'm Kevin Durant. I don't have to deal with this. That's exactly what Kevin Durant did. I don't have to deal with it. KD, I don't have to be here. So he left.
Westbrook did have James Harden, Paul George, Victor Oladipo, Kevin Durant, Serge Ibaka, Steven Adams. Like he had some great players around him throughout his time.
Bradley Beal,
James Harden twice.
Yeah. Bradley Beal. He's had some great players. Yeah, it's one of those situations, man, where it doesn't translate well during the time that it needs to translate. In the regular season, okay, great, no problem. But when it comes down to getting through those 7-game series, for some strange reason, it just ain't working. I don't know what it is. But I do believe the next time Russell Westbrook goes to the finals, he's going to win one. I just don't think a person with his type of
if he goes to the finals,
right? Yeah, if. But I don't think a person with his type of attitude and his way he carries himself on the court, you're not going to go to the finals and lose again. That's just me.
And you know what? I'm a fan of Westbrook. I want him to win. I don't want him to end his career without a championship. I think that would be a shame. Not that it's a blemish on his career. I just want him to win. He's too great not to have a title. He's too great.
Yeah, we all do. Yeah, I'm with you there, bro. We all do.
But definitely not overrated. Yeah.
Nah for the bay. Nah for the bay. We don't care what you say. Nah for the bay. Nah for the bay. Nah for the bay. We ain't hearing what you say. Nah for the bay. Fire!